Okay, so in an effort to help our salespeople show the advantages of the Maxial, we've put together a calculator here that kind of walks through the savings on a job. A lot of times when you're dealing with someone who's looking at these, obviously safety is important, but they need to understand the cost savings and how they're going to utilize that in the bid and actually in practice. And this calculator gives them a real feel for how the numbers play out. It's a pretty simple spreadsheet. You basically just put in some key information and it does the rest. This is the front page. This is really where you're going to talk to your potential customer and ask them about the job. And we can just kind of go through this right here. Let's say he says the job's 160 feet in height. You put that in, ask them how many hours they're going to work a day, how many shifts per day. This typically applies if you're looking at a boiler job or something like that. They'll be working multiple shifts per day. When you've got a plant down, the faster they can get done, the better. But on a typical commercial site, it's going to be one shift per day. And then ask them how many days they expect for the install and dismantle. I'll say larger job, I'll say 5 days install, 4 days dismantle, we'll say 9. And then the biggest thing that really affects the calculator is the average wage that they're paying each crew member. They might be paying them a flat fee, but as you look at the total cost of the job, you need to understand what the company's paying, what that total loaded wage is, includes FICA, benefits, all of those things in there. We've got some rough gauges to go by here. So let's say for this example, we'll do $37.50 as an average. Right down below, it's going to calculate typically how many crew members you would have on the job, especially if you're doing the traditional daisy chain manual movement of materials around the scaffolding work. And so this calculates 3 people up top, 2 down below, and then for every level, every 6.5 feet is a level of scaffolding. You'll need 1 person there manually handing the material up. So that's what that calculation is there. It says you're going to need a total of 30. Nothing that you really need to do there. The next thing to do is just jump over to the next tab and you will see the calculations here. The first thing that you've got here is your average breakdown of 30 people. Like I said, 3 on top, 25 doing the daisy chain, 2 down on the bottom with everything that you've put in, and it just calculates the wages for the whole job at a rough price of $81,000. The next step, and this is the key part of the pencil selling here, is it looks at using 2 Maxials in tandem, which the reason why we do that, especially on jobs like this, is everything's pretty much going to be the same. The total amount of time, the total that it takes for the job to start and finish, so you don't really need to play with those numbers. And so we're being conservative here when we say that you're going to run this job with 2 Maxials. You'll have 4 people on top, 5 people assisting with delivery, and then 3 people doing the prep and working the Maxials at the base level as well. And so you'll see with just that savings going from 30 people to 12, and just on this one 9-day job, your labor goes from $81,000 down to $32,400, which is a savings just on this job of $48,600, which essentially pays for those 2 units. Depending on how it's priced out and things. So it's obviously a very easy, very simple way to do pencil selling when it comes to the Maxial.